Hi, this is Tom Blodgett from Jende Industries, and today we're going to sharpen a Tuya knife. It's a thorax out of S35V with titanium handles. Very nice blade, feels good in the hand. I want to thank Dave Warren from Tuya Knives for shipping this out to us to sharpen with the JIGS, the Jende Industries guided sharpener, or JIGS for knives. And we're going to do it up, tape the blade, come back, and we'll get a nice video. I've taped up the blade, and one of the things we have to account for on pocket knives is the difference in the position of the tip. Usually it's a swedge back kind of thing, or it goes back, sweeps back. We have a straight area in here, and then we have this curve. So if we were to clamp this straight in, we would actually reduce the angle as we move up. It's usually wider. So what we're going to do then, so we're going to draw a line from our tip to our heel, and hopefully a straight one. So there, if we were to continue all the way. So this is our basic parallel line. This is our average line. So when we clamp the blade, we want this black line to actually be straight. You can do that, or you can just put it in straight here on the clamp and have it even. Okay, so for clamping the blade, I've got, right now I need to be in this area here because of the flat that's on the blade. So we're going to move the clamps closer together. So I'm going to put them right in the middle. Could be off to one side or whatever. It's the beauty of the jigs. Doesn't matter where you put them, but I'm going to put them right next to each other. Tighten them down. And we're going to clamp along that line. Just tighten it down. Good and tight. And a little bit. Okay, good to go. Next we'll begin sharpening. Okay, so we're going to put our Chosera 600 into the stone holder here to start with, our first angle, and we're going to set the angle to that. Okay. So I'm going to put the stone holder straight here in the middle, and I'm going to just hang it off the edge just a little bit so I have a fixed position each time. Next we're going to take the angle cube, turn it on, and we have to zero it out. We're going to zero it out on the crossbar here. So right there, it's reading about 30 degrees. Zero. Then place it onto the stone holder. Okay, right now we're at 21.45. So here is where we just use the Exacti drive, and we have to lower it by half a degree. If we were to try to do it with the macro, we'd undo here and we'd be fishing. See how far? Yeah, I dropped to 18 just by doing that. So we want 21 in this case. So I'm here about 20.55. So I've got to come up on the drive. So here it just got to go in the right direction. That's down. Okay, just going to rotate it up. And it takes a second for the angle cube to register. So sometimes you might overshoot a little bit, but you know, take a few turns and give it a second to adjust. Now we're really close right now, so all we need is just one or two more cogs. There we go, 21 degrees on the button. Okay, now we can begin our sharpening. Before we begin sharpening, I'm going to mark the edge with a Sharpie. Basically just jab it on there, run it across, and you'll see the black line along the bevel. This will let you know for sure if you've got the right angle and if you're hitting everything correctly. Okay, add a little bit of water to our stone. Keep it going. And we're going to start with a scrubbing stroke. And I can see already I've removed the black line. So we're going to start scrubbing. Not adding any weight, just scrubbing forward and backwards to establish those 600 scratches. This is S35V, so it's pretty tough stuff. Keeping the stone just a little wet. It works better if you add some water. So, okay, you want to check your progress along the way. Just take a tissue, wipe it down, and try to work cleaner than more dirty. You're just going to pull away straight down so you don't scratch the blade with any residue. Just a good practice. Okay, so I've got really nice bevel forming here. So what we're going to do now is switch over to a sweeping stroke. So add a little more water. Again, just a couple spritzes at a time. All right, so now what we're going to do is, instead of just moving forward and backwards like we did, what we're going to do is just do one motion, and this way from heel to tip. And you can come back on that. I'm not going straight across. I'm going forward and to the right, in my right. You can down to the left. What this will do is even out any, as you're scrubbing, you can get caught in like a little bit of a rut. So you'll have like a wavy line moving up and down. So by the sweeping stroke, one stroke across the whole blade, it just makes it more consistent. Okay, so you're gonna check again, see where we're at. Okay, now this is 600 grit. Woo, got a nice burr going here. So now I'm very happy with this. I'm feeling my burr. It is substantial. The whole thing is very even. My blade looks nice and straight and even. Now we're just gonna flip the knife over. So I don't like taking the handle personally. I'm just gonna flip the barb. So from here, we can start over. So we still have a little bit of a black line, but we can double check that. And pop that in. Feel how rough it is on the one side. So basically just keep going. A little bit of water. And go to town. And that black line's already gone. So we know we're hitting the 21. Now we just got to make sure we're hitting the 600 scratch marks. Make everything nice and even. And make the bevel good and even as well on both sides. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe off again and check my progress. See where I'm at here. I can feel a burr forming, so that's great. I want to do a little bit more. If you look really closely at the blade, you can see lighter and darker patches. And that's because as you're scrubbing, again, some are deeper, some are more shallow. So this way you can really see your progress, especially on the lower ends here. And with the sweeping, that all goes away, becomes very consistent, and you get a one good shine. So we'll keep going on this. Okay, so I'm good here. And we're going to start to sweep right now. So same thing. Get a little bit of water. Keep everything going kind of clean. Now from heel to tip again. All right. Okay, so then my sweeping. I'll clean that off again. Okay, and the burr is returned. All right, so what we're going to do now is flip it over. And we're going to switch to the 1K stone and continue. All right, so basically simple. Take out the 600 stone. Pop in my Chosera 1K. There we go. Straighten it out. Add a little bit of water. Okay, and we're going to set that angle again actually. So here we'll go through the process again. So we zero out. Pop it on. Okay, here we're at 20.9. So we lost 0.10 of a degree because of the thickness difference between the stones. As you use the 600, it gets used more than the 1000, which gets used more than the finer grits. So coarser grits wear more than finer grits because they get more time use. So over time, there's going to be a difference. You can never have them perfect all the way. So in this case, what we're going to do is adjust the micro, exact drive, move that up just a little bit. Okay, give it a second to react. Should be in there about now. There we go. All right, we're at 21 again. And we're ready to go. We'll mark it with the Sharpie just to double check. Okay, you don't have to use a Sharpie here because I trust the angle cube. Yeah, there. But it's just another way of double checking. So, get a little bit of water. And do one sweep. Yep, goes right off. All that black ink just came right off. So now I can continue to scrub a little bit to really establish those 1K scratches, or I could just go to scratching, sweeping. So again, S35V, pretty tough stuff. So I just want to make sure that everything is as good as I can get it here. Okay, I'm going to switch over to sweeping strokes now. Okay, in and away from heel to tip, in this case. I don't need to do it as much as last time, but just want to make sure again that everything is nice and established. Looking good. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. and do the same thing to the other side. Gonna scrub and then sweep. Okay, so a little bit of water. Now here you can switch sides actually. You can start going left-handed if you wanted to. So again, just a quick scrub. You see my black ink coming off. I'll do this and then I'll go to sweeping a little bit. Okay, I'm going to switch over to sweeping strokes now on my 1K, again from the heel to the tip. And at the 1K level, you're actually work sharp, very respectable working sharp. Okay, so I've already switched to the 3K stone, and one last time, switch it out to change the angle, micro adjust with the X-Acto drive. Okay, we're at 21, ooh, nope, close, but no cigar. So see, in this final position, we'd be too low by 0.05 degrees, and that would actually miss the edge. So this is where the X-Acto drive really comes in handy. So again, we just need that 0.05, so that's about 4 teeth on there. And give it a second to react, or 2. There we go. All right, we're at 21, it's stable. Should be, by this point, you should be really good to go. Now we should start getting a nice shine. Okay. Nice sweep. Sharpie came right off. We know we're in the right ballpark. Again, that 0.05 made a huge difference. So here I'm just going to sweep. I don't need to scrub anymore because we've already done all the scrubbing on the 600 to get our initial shape correct. The 1K filled it in. So at 3K we're not really that aggressive anymore, and we can actually just finish the edge. So now we're in a polishing stage. Okay, so I'm ready for my pyramid. That's great. So here again, I'm just going to do very, very light strokes. Got 5. This is going to do a series of 1s at this point because I didn't scrub much and we're not really doing anything here. We're just making sure any burr that's there is minimal and we're just exposing the actual edge as best as possible. So do a couple of these and you should be good to go. Beautiful looking edge. It's got some bite. All right, so our finished product here. Hopefully we can get a nice, I'll take a picture of it. Again, 3K is just the beginning of a mirror. It's actually my neck knife being reflected in there. See if I can catch it on this side too. Okay, you can see my neck knife in there. Nice even bevel, beginning of a shine, definitely sharp. Get it through here a little bit, some old paper. It's already push cutting at 3K, so 21 degrees again on this nice S35V. Very nice. It's a pleasure to sharpen this.